I really wanted to make a salad for my lunch, but didn't have any normal salady bits in. I did have a bag of peas though, and a cucumber in the fridge, so I tipped the peas into a bowl ready to defrost in cold water. My thinking at this point was that I could make a dressed pea salad, but then I realised the peas were a little freezer burnt and might not be ideal in that context. I covered them with boiling water and realised that I could actually make a chilled pea soup with the cucumber and peas using a similar method to a classic tomato gazpacho. Once they had defrosted, I drained them off and chilled them down in ice water to retain their green colour. I roughly chopped the cucumber, peeled a clove of garlic, realised it might be a little too big and overpowering, so I cut it in half. I grabbed my blender, chucked in the cucumber, garlic, scooped in the peas, then had a look in the fridge for other green bits that could add some more flavour. For grassiness, I added parsley. For a hint of onion, I chucked in the last of an old bunch of chives, then kept what was left from a bag of mint back for later. I blitzed until smooth, adding ice water from earlier along with plenty of olive oil for a peppery flavour and a smoother texture. For seasoning, I blended in salt too. It was smooth, super refreshing, and just what I needed in the heat. While I had to think about what to serve it with, I tipped it into a container and got it into the fridge to stay cold. I grabbed some guanciale and mustard as I knew they'd work really well in a dressing to drizzle over the soup. Peas, bacon and mustard get along so well, I knew it would be a great combination. Guanciale is a cured pig's cheek and it's super fatty. My thinking here was that I could slice it up fine, get it rendering in a pan with a little oil to get all that fat out, then use that as a base for a dressing instead of oil. Once the pork was crispy and all its fat had been released, I tipped it into a bowl, drizzled in plenty of vinegar to cut through it and beat in a very confident scoop of mustard for heat and body. I wanted a little more saltiness to counter the mustard a bit, so I chopped up some capers and stirred them through too. It was super punchy, full of texture, and I knew what I didn't use would work across loads of other dishes throughout the week. I tipped my chilled, vibrant soup into bowls, spooned in yogurt for creaminess, drizzled over my dressing, then finished with my reserve mint for hits of fragrance and oil for a bit of visual contrast. This dish is what summer eating is all about. Veg-heavy, carb-low food that packs acidity, vibrancy and freshness into dishes that don't really require much time at the hob.